Good morning, and welcome back to another guitar. Oh, it's a morning ritual for guitar growth. And I'm right on time this morning, and I appreciate you being here, although I haven't seen anyone just yet. I'm sure I will see someone shortly. I see some of you shortly. I see things are coming to life here a little bit in the land of the interwebs. I see someone on here. So let me go ahead and try to recycle this recycle this sequence here. But good morning. I wanted to welcome you. Oh, good morning, Anthony. Good morning. Yeah, so for some reason my live stuff isn't coming up on my end, but you can see and hear me, correct? I think what we'll do is just roll with that. Let's try this. Okay, maybe that's what it was, just needed to refresh. Good morning. Good morning, Kevin. All right, good. Thank you very kindly for the response. Loud and clear. Roger that. So why don't we go ahead and start with a metronome, a tuning fork. We are going to get to the 3-note and 4-note per string patterns today, and I am going to, sorry, I won't talk while I do this. A 440 tuning fork. Oh, thank you for banging the like button already. That's great. You can hear that okay, and so what I'll do is just confirm that I'm here with you. It's all right, Tucker. Tucker's hearing the guitar noise. And he's a funny dog. Let's call that close enough. For jazz, these Spunzel, these old Spunzel tuners are definitely Hey Tucker, it's okay, buddy. It's all right, Tuck. I don't know, something's going on. I may have to run and check on him. 𝗪𝗵𝘆. Good morning. Thanks for being here this morning. I'm going to have to check on Tuckerman, I think. We'll give him another second and see what he does. I just want to be sure he doesn't need something. Frequently what he'll do is see a walker going by on our road, and he'll start, you know, reminding them that this is his road. He's a black and white English Springer Spaniel. I need to go check on him. If you can bear with me for just one moment. Oh, yeah, right on. Good morning, Mr. McQuena. Hey. You can hear one of my doggies is requiring some attention, so if you don't mind entertaining yourselves just for one moment, I have to go check on. Oh, maybe he's done. Wait, I'll put my strap on and he'll start again. Watch. No, all right, so we're in business. Good morning, Jason. I'm at work, but we'll be listening in. Good morning, Raul. We've got such a great start this morning. Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. I do have a plan for today. Next week, I thought about starting today with it, but I've got to tweak this a little bit more. But I think I'm going to start next week with addressing the whammy bar or the trem bar while we're warming up as a way to manipulate pitch and approach pitch into position shiftings. So this week is really important to get going with our 3-note per string exercises, our then 3-note and 4-note per string exercises. And I have a couple of arpeggios that I hope to, what is today? Is today Thursday? Today's Thursday. Jeez, we've got a tremendous amount of work to do. So I'll stop sipping on this bean here and we'll just get to work. So we've got to start with the warm-ups, the old 3 and 4. Everybody with me? It's going to be a yes from me, dog. Welcome to Hollywood. Yeah, right on. So I love 𝗪𝗵𝘆 𝗖𝗵𝗿𝗀𝗄𝗏. I want you to sing Bed of Roses. That's a really good, that's an awesome request, right? So you have jumped in on board with a live stream, which is a warm-up session. So if you play guitar, Jolena, you can join us, or maybe at the end of the session we can run a little over and I can work that out for you. Or you can join a membership, membership live stream in the evenings. Or what I'll do is if I can't get to it today, I'll be sure to put it on the list for production for full guitar breakdown on a curated video tutorial, a guitar tutorial on my channel here. So that's a wonderful song, and I'm not sure why I haven't done it yet. Play Slayer, yes sir. Jimmy Norris Jr. Okay, so I'm going to just get going, get us moving here. Everybody good with the volume on my guitar? Kind of feels like it's a little loud, but if it's good for you, we'll just keep going. Megadeth. No Megadeth. All right, ready? Here we go. Fingers 3 and 4 on frets 11 and 12 on the top. We're ascending the string set, and then we're descending position, descending the string set, descending the position, ascending the string set, descend the position, descend the position, string set, descend the position, ascend the string set, all the way down to fret 1 and back up to where the place from whence it came. Okay, so we'll start now, and it's 4 attacks per beat, and we're using 4 clicks. Here are the clicks. 2, 3, that's 60 beats per minute, and we're using 4 attacks per each click, just so we're all on the same page and we can play together. 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a VO E and a. And I've got a lot less between this and my acoustic guitars. I have a lot less pick exposed here because I'll end up running into the pickups or the pick guard, The clearances or the tolerances on this Strat style guitar is or S style guitar. The clearances and the tolerances are a lot different than what I've been doing with my acoustic work. So just one of those things to notice, and I'm really working on really moving the pick hand as little as possible, but I'm trying to be very consistent with the tone production. The tone production is super important, super important. 1 and 2 fingers, 2 and 3, go. And and then we're just running with it. Just super conscious about tone production. I'm going to try a thing that we have not done yet. Limon, good morning. How's it going this week? It's going great, man. Going great. Good to see you. Please play in English. We can't understand. That's funny. Slayer, I see Slayer, love it. Megadeth, no, do rap, do some rap, no rap, no Megadeth. All right, well, we don't have to worry about that too much at the moment. If you want to stick around to the end of the session, we might take a moment to just get through, process some requests. But right now, what I'm trying to do is get us through a beautiful, another mighty fine morning ritual for guitar growth. And like what I was trying to express is that I'm working on fingers 1 and 2, 11 and 12, ready and a 2 and go E and I don't know if how many of you are practicing with the guitar, but I assume that several of you are here practicing with the guitar, and I'm really working on closing my eyes this morning. Now everything, like I'm reducing my processing power by, when I open my eyes, I see everything that's like, I see all of the geometry in front of me, all of the little details. My brain's processing that stuff. So there was a classical guitar teacher who works with students and gets them performance ready. And before the performance, she asks the student, I want you to try something right now. You've been practicing for months on this piece of music for your recital, and I'd prefer it if you play your recital with your eyes closed. Don't worry about making the mistakes, and don't worry about anything except for just being the music. And so let's do fingers 3 and 4 on frets 10 and 12. Position number 8, it's really position number 8, so it's a 4th finger stretch, but we're only using the latter half, the upper half of that finger grouping. So fingers 3 and 4, frets 10 and 12, we've got a little stretch going this morning. It feels great, and if you're just joining us, stick around. 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a 4 E and a. If you're still here, grab your guitar. We're going to be here until 8:30. Every few minutes, every 15 minutes, I'll be taking a break to field some questions, really focus on stretching. And while I'm focusing on the stretching, I encourage you to do the same. And I also will be checking in on comments and questions in the live chat. So that's usually a lively space to be this time of morning. It's funny how that works out. We've got to always seem to have a wonderful group of chatters. There are 3 or 4 that are here religiously. They're on the lookout and can, if I miss a question, they're easily qualified to answer any questions. So don't hesitate. If it looks like I'm playing, someone's paying attention, and someone might be taking a break from this warm-up, and someone will likely answer. Fingers 2 and 3, same exercise, same drill. 1 E and a 2 E and a, you know what to do, E and a. So I'll try performing with my eyes closed, and then what happens is my fingertips have eyes, They can feel the fretboard, and I don't really look at my fretboard anyway. But if I close my eyes, I can hear exactly what I'm doing, and then I'm noticing that my tone isn't quite as smooth as I would like to have it. I'm noticing some tension in my legs and my calves, my forearms, my back. The trick is I have to notice that stuff in order to solve the problem. And then the eyes closed really opens my eyes to other issues that are ongoing. Finding and locating tension throughout the body while we're engaged in this warm-up session is a pretty important piece of why we're doing this. So if we want to get really good at shred or super articulate in our playing styles, there's no way to do that with tension in our bodies. So part of this morning ritual for guitar growth is the elimination of that friction barrier. So one of those friction barriers for our gaining admission to high levels of skill would be the tension that is present in our bodies at any given moment, right? So here we go. One E, let's do the, we did all the 3, 4, these fingers 1 and 2 stretch, 10 and 12. Ready? 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a fo E. And don't forget to breathe. I recommend breathing is a good thing. And I'm going to try to expand dynamically as I peel through each or progress through each ascension and descension. So what I'm trying to do is get lower in dynamic range or sound pressure level, and then higher in sound pressure level. While maintaining the same tempo. And all of that happens more easily. It's more easily observable when I don't have to process my eyesight. Good. All right, let's do fingers. Let's try 2 and 4. Let's get those going. And then we'll do 1 and 3. 1 E and a 2 E. We're flying along this morning. Oh, I see someone's hitting that love button. All right, so let's see. Chuck Berry, nice. Hey, I did a Big Rock Candy Mountain on my Facebook, not my Facebook, but on my YouTube channel. I guess this is YouTube. So Jason, Carey guitar, go search the lessons. I did this one for you, Lamone. It's a Big Rock Candy Mountain. You can even go and download the free tablature, the free lesson binder, the free PDF. So go ahead and say hi to those nice people at Pinecone Records and thank them for hanging that sheet up there for you for free. And then fingers 1 and 3, 9 and 12, 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a go E and a. But that was specifically for you, and it's just a really good song to know how to, handle. And I just released a new, a live stream on my, my Facebook page or whatever, just for some friends. It's not a recorded or finished version, but it's a song called Still Neighbors. I've been playing it, I wrote it in the key of E, and I've been suffering. We've been spending all kinds of time and money and just allocating resources to recording tracks, and it's been the key of E, and I thought it was designed for the upper register of my voice, and I've never really been happy with it. And last night I just transposed it all to the key of D and dropped the low E string down to D, and it like completely unlocked the song. I mean, the performance was rough because I was transposing the chords on the fly, but the song felt so much better. So I'm going to re-record a version of it. It's a solo guitar, self-accompanied with vocals today. But it's I had a friend wanting a post-election song that fit everyone, right? It fits for everyone. It doesn't matter if you're red or blue or in between. It's a song, it's a message for everyone. And that's hard to do these days. So I have my good friend, Mr. Scott K. Fish, helping me with the messaging process in the song. And I think we got it dialed in. We got a lot of good response from some friends, some local friends. And so keep an eye out on that. Let's take a look at fingers 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4, and we're using 10, 11, and 12. 1 E and a 2 E and a here we go E and a. Just the main lick, okay. Big Rock Candy Mountain. Praise Jesus. You aren't kidding. You are not kidding, Clyde. Thank you for being here. Amen. Beautiful guitar, man. Love the green color. What the? Thanks for being here. It's a wonderful guitar. It's one of my favorites. It's what I call a keeper. Johnny Apple sleepwalk. Yeah. Tried closing my eyes last night and I think it helped me relax. Oh, excellent, man. If I recall correctly, I believe Fish recorded wearing blindfolds. Oh, now we're getting into the deep end right here. Yeah, I'm an old one of those Fish fans from way back when they were just getting started. I'm one of those. LOL, frequent flyers. Yes, you are. 𝗪𝗵𝘆. Hey, what's your best pinky exercise? That's a good question. My right-handed playing is getting weak. Pinky needs work. I would just join us early here in the morning. First thing, we always work that 4th, 3rd, and 4th finger. We do different variations on it, but it's really worth checking it out. Let's use finger, but we do that first thing. So 𝗪𝗵𝘆, I don't know if you were here, but definitely bring your guitar and check that out with us. And we're working. Of course, we're here every day, every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time through the entire duration of 2025, friends. You know, so if you're here, stick around, and if you're here, maybe share the stream or share this information with your friends, because the more we have here, the merrier. And you can see the live chat's already banging. And I haven't seen Marlon. Has anybody seen Marlon yet this morning? 1 E and 2 fingers, 1 and 2 and 3 go. 10, 11, 12. Do you practice ambidextrous guitar? You know, I do not. What's the Cash App or Venmo? I'm gonna keep my word, man. Oh yeah, that's awesome. And shoot you got a P.O. box, we'll mail it. Oh yeah, all right. You do Apple Pay or Venmo or PayPal. My PayPal is info@jjcphotographic.com. I'll give you that a little later. Oh, I went down to the 0 fret. Let's start here in position 1 again. 1 E and a 2 E and a you know what to do E and a. Let's get our teacher over 20 thumbs up stat. I feel like I'm in a sterile environment hearing that. Give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna get 2 more thumbs up. Thank you very much. Hello today, Wisconsin. Great music. Does Dire Straits? Oh yeah. Who here is a fan of the drum intro to Money for Nothing? You know about the music group from the 70s. Would you perform to them if they ask? Oh yeah, sure. Why not? Be my pleasure and my honor to meet Mr. Mark Knopfler. Absolutely, he's influenced countless generations of guitarists for sure. info@jjcphoto PHOTO graphic GRAPHIC, right? graphic.com. info@jjcphotographic is my PayPal address for 𝗪𝗵𝘆. If you want to use it, great. Love to have that support. Any help keeping the lights on is definitely a support to the channel. So let's go ahead and do fingers 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we're starting on position number 9, and we'll go like this: 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a 4 E and a. Bro's been playing chromatic for 2 weeks. That's correct. I'm going to be playing _Chromatic-Joe for the entire year. So what I'm doing has seemed to work for me. You know, it works for me. This is my morning ritual, my morning warm-up, and my day proceeds into other things. But I'm specifically doing the drill that allows me to focus on specifically my right hand techniques and my picking hand techniques and my fret hand techniques. If I want to play quickly and if I want to play securely and confidently, you know, as an amateur, I would practice just good enough, you know, just practice enough so I could play the song. If I'm a professional, I practice enough to the point where I can play the song without making, and it would be impossible for me to make a mistake. So this is the kind of repetition that I believe it takes. This is the kind of standard I hold myself to, and I don't expect anybody else to relate to it or understand it, but I am doing it for the sole benefit of, I've been doing this long enough to know what works and what does not work. And I know, you know, I can take my playing to any level I want. I've literally watched hundreds of my students in the past. You know, some are truck drivers coming in with the short, fat, stubby fingers, and they say, I'll never be able to play the guitar. And I'm like, Rick, just stick with it, and we'll do this, and this, and this, and this. And then the next, you know, 3 months later, he's like rocking. And then 10 years later, he's still playing guitar with me as a student. Now he's playing open mics and gigs, and he's doing the things that he never thought possible, right? So, you know, it's just a matter of what your priorities are. If you want to, you know, go through a warm-up measure where we can, let's do the finger while I'm blabbing on. Let's go ahead and do the finger 4 stretch. Ready? This is position 9 with a finger 4 stretch up to fret 13. 1 E and a 2 E and a, here we go, E and a. Yeah, and I'm being very careful with my pick hand and very careful with my fretting hand. And I'm noticing that my fretting hand is, the fingers are not additively getting further and further away from the fretboard as I peel them off the strings like a banana peel. They're staying sort of like hovering over the location, their locale, so they can quickly get back to the string set to get to, you know, have access, immediate access or more immediate access to the next tone. So that's, you know, just a brief justification of why I'm going to continue doing things like this. And they won't look exactly like this all year long because we're adding new things as we go. But I want to keep in mind that whether you're a beginner, new to the guitar, or an intermediate guitar player where you know a bunch of scales and chords, and an advancing guitar player where you're starting to really start honing in on the concept of a chord scale, and you know the neck is basically one point of infinite density, you know, or you're playing on tension and release, and you're, you know, inward movement, outward movement, or whatever you're doing, you know. There's something here for everyone, and it's really important to me. It's more important to me to lower the barrier for entry for all than it is for me to look really good and be considered, you know, a person of some import. You know, that's it's cool to be that, but I'm confident enough in who I am, thank God. It's taken a little bit of time for me to get there, but I'm confident enough in me that I know, you know, whatever I do tends to seem to work out, right? And I just have to pray for that. And I would encourage anyone here watching to do the same. All right, give me 2 minutes. I'm going to get my more thumbs up. Good. Let's take a look at finger 1 stretching back to include fret number 8 now. Same position 9, but we're kicking it back. You know, we're just kind of, today we're surfers. We're just kind of laying back into the wave, getting the nose of the board up a little bit, and then just kind of riding that curl And, you know, maybe we're turning a little bit too. But the turn kind of happens when we step back on the rear foot. 1E and a 2E and a TE and a 4E and a. So we want to, this one is hard for me for some reason. You know, I think it's my my posture. Typically if I'm playing like shred, if I'm attempting to play shred, I'm, you know, Mr. McQuenna raises a good point. Like, he can see the tip of my thumb and he's like, well, I thought if you were playing shred, you know, the best idea is have your thumb low on the back of the guitar neck. And that's absolutely correct. In order to get those mechanical things all lined up, we'd want to practice like that. And we probably will start observing that kind of posture next week. But, you know, for me, like, it's really important to get through these exercises in a clean way while I'm breathing in and out in a manner that's not consistent. It's not tied to the rhythm of my note playing. But it's super refreshing when we can get to this point where we're separating our breath and our verbiage and our spoken word from musical application, or, you know, this rote style of learning, you know, where we just repeat and repeat and repeat again. Usually it's that 3 times where we need to get beyond that cerebral cortex, right? The science, I guess, behind it is have to do it 3 times. All right, so morning, folks. Hey, I missed a few comments here, so now's a great time to go through some of these comments whilst we stretch. So let's take a look at the straight forearm, and we're going to, you know, we're going to just not try to tear anything, but I am grabbing all of these fingers, and I'm just providing myself with positive assurance that these fingers are getting the work too, on the, you know, especially the extremities. So I'll go ahead and just flex these a little bit while breathing. I'm working so carefully on trying to be observant of my breath. And, you know, I'm not sure if any of you are into Patanjali's meditation yoga, but the first thing that he taught about focusing on was the breath. And as soon as we start, you know, rather than take a Ritalin or whatever, maybe we just refocus ourselves on the breath, you know, just, you know, I'm thinking about going to the store and buying bread, but then, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be focusing on my breath. And so 15 clicks up, 15 clicks down on both arms is a good place to be right about now. I see the loves. So someone's slamming that, tapping that love button, and that's totally appreciated. Liking the video is also a help. Like, share, subscribe. Anything on this channel also helps. You might have other guitar player friends who are also interested in joining us, and that's one of the reasons why we're growing. I think it's helpful to be here for everyone. And you know, here we go. We've got this nice straight elbow and this really nice grab here, and we're pulling back so as not to produce micro tears in our tendons and our tissue. Jason Bender. We've got the Bender, Mr. Bender. Hello today, Wisconsin. Yes, great. Oh, we talked about Dire Straits. Great to have you here. I hope you're still hanging out. I see we have Ms. Curious Kitten here. Good morning and welcome again. Lemon Rose, one more, LOL. One more week. Raul McQuenna. Me for 3 weeks, Chromatic and Joe Aquilino. Yes, mostly crazy all the time. I'm here for you for all 2025. Thank you, man. You teach. I love that. And it's such a great title of endearment and respect. And I do appreciate this being, you know, the live chat here is. I'm totally appreciative of this being developed as a culture of respect. Really appreciate that, all of those kind words. I'm going to go one more quick round here. Hello, sir. That's a cool guitar. And that's Trisna D. Thank you. It's a Schecter. It's a Schecter guitar. And it's, you know, it's kind of one of the original California customs. Cool thing about it is, number one, well, the electronics are hand wound by Mr. Lindy Fralin, which is just good stuff, and super clear. The potentiometers here, the tuning volume and tone pots are definitely rare, but I like the two strap buttons here because when you set it down, you can set it down and it doesn't kick out. You can set it down and it stays because of the two buttons. You lean the string side down onto the amplifier and it will hang out there for you and be there guaranteed when you get back. All right, so let's take a look a little bit more. Cool guitar, love the color. It's a swamp ash body with a green oil, you know, sort of a green stain finish, but there's no nitrocellulose on it, so it's kind of a nice natural finish. Really fun, excuse me, really fun one to play. Music, excuse me, I've got another sort of a Jim Dunlop going this morning. For my pick, my plectrum, I want my MTV. Look at them yo-yos. Orion 1820, nice to be here, nice to see you. Sir, what exercise is this? After all, sir, how to remember like this? After all, I would recommend just showing up here. We're here every morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 days a week, and I would like to invite you to join us. It will be free for the entire year of 2025. So if you wake up, it's a weekday morning, and at 7:30 a.m. or at 7:15 a.m., get your guitar, grab your guitar, grab your your smile, grab your good sense of humor, and your cup of joe or whatever your morning ritual is, and just join us and play along with us. You know, what you could do is also, after these streams finish, we're going to cover some things at the end of the session that you might want to come and revisit. So usually the last 15 or 10 or 15 minutes of each session will introduce some new material or review materials from the previous day or week. Okay, so you can watch these on demand after they publish. And oh geez, I got some. I'm gonna have to come back to some of these comments in the next stretch section. Okay, so let's just go through the old 1, 2, 3, 4s. We'll get through these real quick, and then we're going to start working on the minor 7 arpeggios, and then we've got to get into the scalar stuff, or the tonic stuff, or the harmonic stuff. Okay, 1 E and so diagonal pattern. Reverse the diagonal pattern, so ascend, descend, and then shift down 1 position, ascend 4, 3, 2, 1, and then descend 4, 3, 2, 1, descend a position, ascend 1, 2, 3, 4, descend 1, 2, 3, 4, descend a position, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, and so on and so forth. This is going to turn into a sweep picking suite. All right, so this is the first step in developing the understanding for a competent repertoire for sweep style picking. So if you check out any of mostly Crazy All the Time's music on Spotify or right here on YouTube, Nun Puncher is a kind of an interesting name. I actually knew a nun puncher when I was in university. He actually like went berserk and tried stabbing a bunch of nuns at I don't know. It's just a really kind of a weird coincidence, but it's it's just what is the Secret Meeting is the song you want to check out. You can also take a look at Mr. Anthony Tortorello, as he's right here in the live chat. He did recently a copy of a short of Little Wings, a version of Little Wing where he sings it, and he just sounds so great. So if you want to give him a visit too, Nun Puncher right here on YouTube, Secret Meeting, just heavy shred arpeggio stuff. Give his stuff a listen. And that's what we're doing here with these exercises. So 1 and a 2 E and a T E and a faux E and a. Hey Kevin, good, I see you. Jason, you know you might have to turn through 2025 and more that one to more than 1 year. Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, this is really a lifetime. What we're trying to do is establish good, healthy patterns and make decisions to include guitar in our daily ritual, in our daily lives. And sometimes as adults, this can be hard to just, it can be difficult to, it can be easy to make a decision, but the follow through and the stick-to-itiveness can be hard because of all of the things that we go through. Life on a good day will bring a grown man or a grown woman to his or her knees and cause us to pray. And it will bring us right down to our knees and pray and cry. So on a good day, I mean, that happens. So even while that's occurring though, while we take the good, and let's take a look at the next thing. I don't want to, this is not a talk show. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 and go E and 4 middle strings, same thing. Don't forget to breathe, because occasionally I'll forget to do that, but it's, where was I at? So yeah, the functional design of the day and the allocation of guitar time is, it can be a questionable activity at best. So, you know, what do I get out of playing guitar for 260 hours a year, you know? Do I get spiritual growth? Does my personality go boing? And let's do the bottom 4 strings. 1 E and a 2 E and a here we go E and a. Do we get a benefit, like a personality spike? Do we get our new spouse? Do we improve our and deepen our relationship with our current spouse? Do we have that, you know, community access? Can we provide the thing that the community needs? Did we gain guitar technique? Did we get mad gains? Yes, hopefully that's the case. But we are going to, at the end of this year, we're certainly going to look back at the first video we did in this series and compare it to the technique that we have in the last video. I'm going to continue going up the neck because I have access now. And having that access to that little crunchy spot way up here is probably a good idea. Even though we don't do a whole lot of lead guitar playing way up here on frets 21 and 22, it is a good idea to know how and when to get that thumb out from behind the guitar neck and then put it back. And then how to jump into and out of that, you know. In a plane, the next thing I know, and I'm not in a plane, but I've got a shoot in my back and I know when to deploy it. All right, that's done. Let's go ahead and start our tonic exercises. We have 2 minutes to get this done. Minor 7 arpeggio is 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7, 1. Okay, 1. Let's see if we can get all of this on the same page here. Finger 1 on A string. Finger 4 on the A string. 2 notes per string. Finger 3 on fret 3 on the A string. D string, sorry. Finger 1 on the G string. Fret 1. Finger 3 on the fret 3 on the G string. So we have 1, 4, 3, 1, 3. And then we're going to ascend above the octave. And we're going up to 1, flat 3, fret 2, finger 1 on fret 1, finger 4 on fret 4. Okay? And then we have when we reach the top of that voicing, that arpeggio, we'll go ahead and ascend 1 position, mindful of the right hand or the picking hand technique. And I'll continue to ascend beyond the octave here now because I really want to take advantage of the full range, available range of the electric guitar. All right, so there's that. And how are we looking for time? So we've got 45, we're 45 into it. We're going to do a quick stretch, 3 notes per string. Then we're going to start working on the 3 notes and then 4 notes per string. I see a bunch of comments here. Maybe I'll just do this while we stretch. All right, 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏, wonder if you remember me, LOL. But I've been making incredible progress with legato. I'm in a hurry, but I wanted to drop in and say hi. Hope you're doing well. Peace. 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏, I do remember you, and I'm not sure if you're still here. You're likely not here, but I thank you for stopping in, and thank you for the reminder for it to draw our attention to your channel. I appreciate that. I've learned that 4-finger warm-up exercise from an old Jon Petrucci video probably 20 years ago, and still do it every day. Bam! Yeah. All right. So that's what we're talking about. Jon Petrucci. All right, and I keep getting his name mixed up with Patitucci, right, the bass player. All right, so that's great. And we're definitely going to, this is a lifetime procedure for sure. Please share the video. Exclamation point, all right. Did I miss something? I learned that, oh, yeah, right, share the video for sure. Yep. How many hours of practice it may take you to remember? Okay, I would take after all, I would say that, you know, it's a slow process and there is no observable change to the first person, but to the first person that takes a break and looks back. That's why it's really important for us to take a video of the first video that we did, right? Because I'm going along every day. I'm not necessarily observing the changes. All I'm observing is that I need to continually improve. That's all I'm, don't forget to roll your volume down. And then otherwise, you know, if you're in the wrong room, you might just start a feedback loop. But if all I'm doing is observing that I need to get better every single day. So the first video that we did in the series versus the last video we do in the series for 2025, we're going to be able to examine exactly how much gain we made. So I'm longitudinally going to calculate that and appreciate that over the span of 1 whole year, 12 months, you know, 260 hours. And other than that, I can't put it into any sort of context. I can't frame to context for you. But if we do this similar approach every weekday morning, 7:30 a.m., you know, Eastern Standard Time, which is what we're doing. We can then, all right, let's say we calculate the gains over the span of a year. Now we can go ahead and do the division, and then we can basically extrapolate like how much gain we get in every day, right? So this is a really important thing for us to be doing because I have never seen it done before. All I see is the performer on stage that is terrifyingly good at what they do. That's all I ever see. I never see the work behind the curtain, you know, I know there's a person behind the curtain running the show. And unfortunately for us, that person is us. And we are driving the boat, man. And whether we're driving a boat like a dinghy to get out to the boat, to get out of the bay, or whether we're on, you know, we've got 450 horses on the back, you know, it's up to us how much we practice. All right, so let's take a look. What we're doing is we wanted to finish up this 3 notes per string, and I'm going to get this video out to you, like a curated video. You can go later today, certainly this week. Go to the channel at 𝗪𝗪𝗂𝗪𝗏, go to the video that says something like, to the effect of like, G major scale breakdown. This is going to change your life forever. And then with 3 exclamation points followed by a, a bang emoji or emote or whatever. So maybe it looks something like that, but you can download the free, sort of like the chord shapes. All right, so that'll be helpful. Right now we're overviewing this, we're previewing this so that you can have an understanding of what exactly it is we're doing. The benefit here is that we're playing 3 notes per string. Sir, how many hours of practice it may take to remember? Hey, sorry, what's the Venmo? I'll get you the Venmo. Paul South said. All right, best lesson of the day. All right, Robbie Blue, nice to have Robbie View, nice to have you here. Danny, thank you for the Metallica recommendation. Kevin Haas also think 25 is just year 1. Whatever happened in here, absolutely, Anthony. Yeah. Good thinking. I love the way you think, man. You're just a forward thinker. You have that capacity, just to see the future. That's good. Sir, you are a very kind person. Thank you very much. Thank you kindly. If you have the VHS, connect it. So we're getting instructions on how to do this. Let's see, I just want to scan through some of this stuff. Request a song. Redbone, nice. Yeah, right on, right on. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Marcio Luciani, AC/DC, got it. Peace and love, brother. See you next week. Absolutely. Let's see, that's so nice, thank you. And my band is, Denim Dennis, that's correct. Don't forget to check Denim Dennis, yeah, right here on YouTube. And you rock, Anthony. He does rock, doesn't he? He does, he's a rocker. Anthony, is it on Spotify? Time management. Raul, nice. Time management's huge right here. I might have to stop reading comments. I can personally attest this exercise is going to speed up sweep picking to newer players. Excellent. Yes. I love them. Yeah. I'm here for Mostly Crazy. All right. Is go your band on Spotify. All right. Nice practice. Thank you for joining us, Vendari. All right. Just a couple more to get through. I usually see you on TikTok. Hey, Jeff, what's going on? Nice to have you here this morning. This is where the rubber meets the road right here, pal. This is a good one. I appreciate you being here. Hope to see you again every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm a new at playing guitar. Any tips? Yes, I do have some tips for you. Can you play some Led Zeppelin? I can. Music, hello from Russia. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, good. Thank you very much for covering that, Raul. And everyone focus and grind on these 3-note per string exercises. All right, so here's the 3-note per string exercises. We're coming up on the hour when we lose our dear friend and live chatter, the famous Kevin Haas. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to just work through this and model it. Key of G, we might get to the 3 and 4 notes per string today, but I'm not sure now. So let's take a look. If you want to stay after class, then you're more than welcome to do that, okay? 1E, I'm not even going to use the metronome, really. I'm going to rely on it as a reference. So I'm starting in the key of G, so everything's F sharp. Everything else is like natural notes with F sharp, and we'll start that position with F sharp in the bass. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, and then 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, and then 4, 3, 1, or 4, and then we have the G notes. We're trying to keep an eye out for where are those G notes happening in our world, right? And then we have G, A, B, C, and then say the same. So we have 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1. We change up the position. You see how we just moved from 2 to 3, 3, 5, and then we have 1, 3, stretch 4, 1, 3, stretch 4. And then we're going to pull all the way down because I'm not using any right hand stuff. I really want to build my legato. really would like to get better at this. So there's a balance of keeping the finger like not way out here and then hammering, because you know if I'm way out there, you can imagine that arch is just insane trying to get back to you know, a sensible and well articulated goal tone. But if I keep my finger, you know, here, and I keep the pressure coming, so the trick is like not to distribute power here, because we'll start to get some pain over the years. I try to remember, you know, just to keep everything arched. Elbow, everything from the elbow all the way through the wrist to this area is straight angle. And then I hook that just like this, and then we go ahead and use fingers 1, 2, 4, but I'm remaining arched here, even on the fourth finger. So this is where the fourth finger requires some additional work, right? And then I can remain relatively close to the string, and then do these exercises are supremely useful. And then what we can do is just kind of take off from there. 1, 3, hammer on to stretch 4, 1, 3, hammer on to stretch 4, and then we'll pull off all the way down, but the first note in each string must be a hammer on to articulate the tone. And you can see where we transition from the B string down to the next G string. There is a position shift, so that we have to be kind of almost do a finger cross here, right? So I'm really very careful to critically observe those transitions between strings. And you want to hear what this has, you know, what this sounds like. You just listen to any Dream Theater solo or any Dream Theater album, or you can listen to one of our own live chatters, Mostly Crazy All the Time. Listen to his band, Nun Puncher, and a song called Secret Meeting. You know, if you want to hear what this kind of stuff sounds like in real time, this is what we're looking to do. This is what, you know, and irregardless of the genre, you can utilize this anywhere in your playing. You know, just absorb it a little bit at a time, and it'll come together. And then next position up. So we had 1, 2, and position 2, key of G. We had 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, and then moved up to position 3. Then 1, 3, stretch 4, and then 1, 3, stretch 4 again. You can see how my first finger intends to really wants to hammer. I don't need that much pressure, so I can just try to be observant about it and approach it from 1/4 note, you know, 1/4 inch above the string, and then really develop. If I have to do this one finger at a time, I'm completely okay with that, because fortunately for me, I've had great mentors in my life tell me that those things that seem to be completely stupid and completely ridiculous to do, they're actually encouraged developmentally and fundamentally to reach higher planes of existence. You know, so mastery of the simple is really important in this case. You know, so we, you know, keep that in mind as we start moving through. I don't want to hip you to too much of it, because some of my technique's still pretty bad, but it will improve over the year. Okay, I'm okay with it. I'll share it with you, and you can look at my horrible technique and then build yourself up and get way beyond my technique. And guess what? I think we'll all be happy for each other, right? So the next one is position number 4, but we're reaching back for that third finger, and then using that third fret, you know, and then 2, and then 4, reach back, kick back for that 3, 2, 2, 4 again, and then we're jumping up 1 fret, coming back into the actual 4th position with no finger stretch, and then we're using frets 1, 4, 1, 2, fingers 1, 2, 4, and then 1, 2, 4 again, and then kick it up to position 5 for B string, 1, 3, 4, and then 1, 3, 4. Okay, so I think that's a pretty good place to be for today. We've got just about enough time for just to go through the remainder of these questions and interactions. And it looks like I'm going to just kind of stick to the hour. So we're getting to the point where Kevin's going to jump, and we want to try to get out in front of that. All right. Let's take a quick look. Jeff Gutman, I usually see you on TikTok. I appreciate you being here. And Jack Worcester, do you like Pink Floyd? Yes, I don't like Pink Floyd. I love Pink Floyd. All right, so that's how I'd answer that publicly. Hi, I'm new at guitar playing. Any tips? So the tip would be just to remind you to come back and visit us here again, because this is free and it will be a good place for a beginner to be, to digest all of those things that we need mechanically in our lives early on in our playing without introducing knowledge gaps. So this is a great place, a foundational place upon which to build your edifice of guitar work, okay? So I'd appreciate if you come back for sure. What guitar? This is a Schecter guitar. It's a traditional, they're hard to find now. Maybe you can find them, they're hard to find, the Schecter traditional. It's one of the original California customs, and it's a keeper. If you can find one, I highly recommend you get it. Just try to grab it if you can. Can you play Metallica? Battery? Yes, I can. I do a live stream in the evenings, and if you're a channel member, you can come and request that kind of stuff. Love to do that. Unfortunately, this is a time that we reserve for warm-up and morning ritual stuff, and occasionally we do get into requests, and maybe if it goes a little over, and maybe we can start working on some requests today, but I'm not sure how that is going to work out. But there's a time and a wonderful opportunity to meet in a widescreen format where we can really dive into all of the things guitar that we're looking for. All right, so Cadrell, yo, 𝗪𝗵𝘆 𝗖𝗵𝗿, good, yeah, I love those altered tunings, those are great. And then we have 𝗪𝗵𝘆, hi Jason, wow, nice color, love the guitar. Have a great day, everybody, until tomorrow. Kevin, thank you for being here, and thank you very kindly for being the closing act, and we'll see you again tomorrow, friend, and if you wanted to start us off with some questions tomorrow, that would be great, like set the tone for the, let's help set the tone. The intention, I didn't do my intention today, so the intention we'll get into tomorrow. I've got to train myself to set an intention for each daily practice, okay? So I forgot to do that. Remind me if I forget tomorrow, and maybe you guys can help with those too if you'd like. All right, Jason Bender, thank you, everyone. Good evening. I won't be listening to you tomorrow. I'll be having the radio on when I get home tonight, listening to Barbra Streisand, my favorite. I agree. I have a friend who built one of Barbra Streisand's homes here in Maine. So, yeah, it's a pretty cool. That's a pretty cool listen. If you're at all serious about that, beautiful recordings. All right, so I think we're done for the day, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at same bat place, and Jason Carey Guitar, and we're embarking at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow on the morning ritual for guitar growth. And please help us. You can help us by sharing the stream, and if you're here, starting out with I think this is almost a record. Actually, you know what? We're close enough to 40. What do I have to do to get to 40 likes here, do you think? We have 43 of us watching right now, which is pretty cool. I never expected this to go anywhere. What I expected is, I see 35. If we hit 40, that's a new benchmark for this channel. So when this video reposts after we're finished with the live, you'll be able to scroll through the chat and see who was here present again for this next benchmark. I'm going to tag it on the video title and the thumbnail that we reached another benchmark in this video. If we can get to 40. So let's talk about smashing that like button. I've got a little distortion on this rig, so here's a little bit of here's some incentive to smash that like button. Here's this. Now let's do one of these. Those really cool, like major 7 arpeggios are. I'm really looking for 40 likes, so if you can help me get to 40 likes in this video, that's a benchmark for our channel, for our live feed. Our morning ritual for guitar growth, which we do every morning, every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We only need 3 more likes to get to it. I believe that we can do it. I believe that I'll spend a few more minutes talking about some things that might be of use to you as a guitarist. That major 7 arpeggio, we could use the G, 1, 3, 5, but we can use that 7, 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5. There's another really cool thing to do with this too. Every time we get to the 5, we just jump down a half step and play that triad. Kind of fun stuff. We could also ascend a half step. Okay, so there's some fun stuff to do there. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it a day. I think I don't want to hold you. I know your time is valuable, and I've already kept you 8 minutes over, almost 9 minutes over. So we'll see you again tomorrow, and I thank you so much for being here. And until we meet again, I wish you happy picking.